Hello, everyone. Nate here, back at the top of the episode to drop a little bit of information about our socials. You can find us now on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Rolled Standard. You can also email us at therolledstandardgang@gmail.com. If you have any questions or concerns or want to suggest a game for us to play in the future. You can also find us individually on Instagram if you want to see what any of us are up to or just want to talk to us directly. At Rolled Standard Dice is me. At cannibal.chris is Chris. At Vonhouse, Haus, is Jake. And at Aaron_Hume is Aaron. With all that out of the way, I hope you've been enjoying the show. Cheers, and don't sniff glue.
Welcome to the Rolled Standard. We are playing Call of Cthulhu again for the fourth time? Yes, fourth time. This will be the third session for Edge of Darkness. And just to give you guys a quick recap, you guys, and by you guys I mean Nevada Jones, played by
Nate.
And Wentworth Absbury, played by...
Me?
Right, of course. I don't know why I awkwardly gave you those windows to say your name. But that's what happened. So these two characters, along with Philip Cochran, previously Jesse Custer, have determined that there is a djinn present in this house. And their intention at this point is to exorcise it, essentially, with some kind of ritual. So, with that intention in mind, what are you boys doing?
All right, well, it is early morning here, is it not? When we were, because we...
Yeah, you guys did spend a little bit of time. You guys probably spent an hour before you went in the house with all the face cutting and all the face sewing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys have been in the house for maybe an hour after dealing with the hobo, Red Jake.
Yeah, I remember telling him that we had gotten there in the morning.
Right, so you guys, it's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning, roughly.
Okay.
And you know that the ritual needs to be done at midnight.
Right, so we got some time.
You got some time.
All right, I think that we should go, maybe, look in the woods.
Okay.
Because after the lady that the djinn had killed in the woods, I figure we should go maybe look for some evidence of that.
That's a good idea.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to spend a bit of time with, at least.
Okay.
Just to refresh myself, that was if we went about a mile or so further down the road from the Boone's farm, the next farm over, this lady went out to look at cows or some shit and disappeared.
More or less, yeah, correct. The important details are correct. We're looking at cows like, I don't know, that's right.
Well, she was checking on something, right?
Fair enough. Yeah, I think she was, I can't remember what she was doing.
Looking at something on her farm.
Bucking up the cows for the night or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, looking at cows and shit.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
Wunderbar.
Okay, so are you guys both heading to the woods to investigate?
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't want to be left in that fucking house alone.
You know, if you guys are going out to the woods, I figure I'll just stay in the house and make sure that...
That's literally what I just said I wouldn't want to do.
Well, that's you. You know what? Maybe I'll go outside and smoke a cigarette.
Surprise, surprise. All right.
Shouldn't be.
Well, we'll be back.
All right. Why don't you guys both give me a spot hidden roll?
50 out of 50.
50 out of 50. I think that meets it, beats
56 out of 50.
Okay, so that's an obvious fail then. Not obvious, but near.
You're an obvious fail.
You're probably right. That's actually a 95. So
that is an obvious fail.
Yes, that one is an obvious fail. Then yes. Okay, and I'm not sure if the meet it beats it thing applies, but that's one of our general house rules: is meets it beats it. Mark your spot hidden in case you haven't already or didn't have it previously. So you guys both kind of head into the woods, and Nevada's more at home in the woods here. Wentworth is a little concerned about his shoes, perhaps. And the whole time he's just Wentworth is really watching where he steps more than anything and kind of watching his path through the trees. And you, however, are pushing through trees and you see a body laying in the middle of the woods face down. Looks to be a woman by the hair. And as you do, you're going to be glad you failed this because give me a sanity roll for seeing the body.
Shit.
Never goes well with you.
No, not at all. Okay, gotta be 48.
Is that what it is?
58.
Oof. So roll 1d4 and lose that many sanity points.
4, of
Oh,
course.
maximum loss.
Right? Right? Why would it be any other way?
And if I'm not mistaken,
It's
that
5. You got to do
is it 5 for the threshold? Okay,
Yeah.
well, good. Okay, then I'll just look all that up and waste all that time.
Awesome.
What are you gonna do as you see it too? You're just kind of you stop dead in your tracks, and Wentworth kind of bumps into you because he's hot on your heels.
Seems as we found what we were looking for.
But I can't see anything except for your shoulders.
Yeah, I'll move out of the way so you can see the body then.
Oh. Well, let's conduct an examination.
I assume I'm going to have to do that.
Calm yourself, madam. I'll get it.
So Wentworth goes to examine the body, and he sees that the women's clothes are still blood-soaked and still wet. You find that she has a large hole in her chest, much as the dead raccoon you found in the yard. Give me a first aid or medicine roll.
Gonna go with first aid. And I still failed.
Oh,
obviously.
dang. All right, you see that her rib cage has been torn apart. That's all you notice.
Is there a heart inside?
You look in the body and you're not really sure what you're looking at. You're not too sure if you can see the heart or if you're mistaking it for something else. You're not sure with that roll. The fact you asked the question, if you'd like to also give a medicine or first aid roll, that'd be possible.
A what roll?
But a medicine or first aid roll.
Okay. I suppose first aid would be mine too. 57 out of 50.
You don't know if you're looking at the heart or not either. You think you guys are possibly identifying it, but you're not sure.
Yeah, well, okay, now the question is, what do we do about this?
Well, in several months, she'll return to nature. And
Yeah, no. We don't do it that way. People know that this woman's been missing. They're eventually going to find her back here. We own the property now.
right, but she's been missing since before we were in town. We're fine.
No, we said that we had come through town and drove by the property once previously to being here. And she's only been missing like a day, 2 days.
Right, she's still squishy.
Yeah, I think we need to tell somebody about this. While we have the time, we have until midnight.
And it's about almost 10 in the morning.
I mean, we just purchased the property. We let people know that that was the case. The police officer's wife, as a matter of fact. And then we come back and find her on the property.
Well, then let's go call the police. There's no phone in the house.
Well, let's just drive back.
At a safe speed, yes?
Yes. Let's go tell Phil or whatever the fuck his name is.
What do you do with the body?
We'll leave it there for now.
Okay.
I don't want to move her.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
Except rolling her over.
Hey, man.
So you guys head back to the house, and Phil's not there. He's not outside where he was when you went into the woods.
I'll go back in the house, I guess.
Okay.
Look for him.
Phil's sitting there at the table in the main room, feet kicked up on the table, smoking a cigarette.
Well, we found a woman.
Oh, Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like, I can go back to town and alert them, or we can all go. But we need to tell.
Yeah, that was actually the plan.
Tell Pearson.
If you want to all head out, then we all can. At least we can all corroborate.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I can vouch for you guys. They know me in town.
That's even better.
Can I hop with you? Leave my truck here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Nevada gets behind the wheel, and where are you guys headed?
Where do you think the best place to head would be? Back to the...
We can head back to the general store. Pop Peters is going to want to know about this. Do what it is that he needs to do.
As long as that's where we need to go.
You guys head to the general store, and you guys walk in. Ma Peters. It's like, oh, it's the new landowners.
Yeah. An unfortunate visit, though. Does your husband happen to be here?
You think he might be back at the house. I can go get him if you like.
That would be lovely.
All right. Jerry! She opens the door and yells, people here to see you. Put your hat on. And your pants. He'll be right in.
Much obliged.
So can I get you guys anything else while you're here? More salt, maybe?
No, I think we're set.
Okay. Anything you need, let me know.
Will do. Thank you very much.
You wait a couple minutes, and eventually, heavy-set, older, white mustache gentleman with a sheriff's hat on and pants.
Thank God.
Walks in. He's like, well, what can I do for you boys?
We found your missing woman, Maggie, on our property while we were looking around the place. We just inherited the deed to it, and we're checking it out.
Oh yeah, the house, the farm on Boone's Road.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll head on down there. Take a look.
All right.
Guys, come with it. You gonna follow me?
Yeah,
lead the way. Actually, I'll be right behind you. Okay. Yeah. You guys get back in the car, head back to the farm. You guys show him a spot in the woods, and he looks and he's like, "There's definitely Mrs. McFurter." Oh, looks like. Kneels down, looks at the body. Looks like her heart is missing. That's disconcerting.
Yeah, a little bit creepy, actually.
Yeah. What? Do you know what happened here? I mean, well, I'll have to have you guys file a report, but quickly, what is going on here? And he pulls a small notepad out of his pocket, a pen.
We were just surveying our new property and looking about the woods and stumbled upon the corpse of this unfortunate woman.
We had met with your wife yesterday when we first got into town. She told us about the missing woman, so we knew to go back to her when we found her.
Yeah, she told me she met you guys. I'm going to have to call in some support from Arkham.
All right.
Probably homicide. I guess if you guys can just stay clear of this area, I'll have, you'll see. Oh, man. You know what? What do you just help me put this in the back of my truck? I got to get this back to the station. Back to the house, rather. Maybe put it in the clinic.
Well, I'm old and frail. It's all up to you.
Oh, God. All right. If I have to. Pastor Phil, you mind?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
You guys carry her to the truck, and Pa Peters puts a blanket over her. Phil says a few words, kind of prayers, slowly, or not slowly, but quietly to himself. And Peters takes off, letting you know that perhaps some of the detectives or whatever from Arkham may come by at some point. May not, though. He can't guarantee it one way or the other.
All right. We'll be here for the meantime.
So what now, boys?
All right. Let's hope that they don't show up anytime soon and see what else we might need to do to prepare for this ritual.
Well, from what Bob Peters was saying, is they kind of really doubt that they'll be back anytime tonight. Or today, rather. So I imagine we can still do what we were intending tonight.
Well, that's all the better for us, then. I guess for now, let's look into everything we need to know about this ritual. We should all be prepared.
Yeah, so you know that you guys are going to have to chant throughout the entire thing. It will have to be at least be somebody chanting throughout the whole ritual.
Right.
You also know that you have to draw a very specific pentagram in the middle of the floor and burn a few things.
Then we know what the pentagram looks like. We have all the chemicals that we have to burn.
Yep.
Wentworth knows Latin, but I think that there's a good chance that he's not going to be able to chant the whole time himself. So we should all spend a little bit of time learning this thing then.
Yeah, well, can we see that there? What does this thing say? O spiritus vos per potentium sapientium virtum exerciser persientium divinum in anemque tenebrosum per nomen veterum paradisum truncum fontem originem alium. No, this is pretty hard to read.
I was just going to say that you were doing pretty damn fine.
I took Latin back at the seminary, which is not what it sounds like it is. So I guess, when we could take shifts chanting this or together, maybe. Looks like we're going to have to be doing this. I mean, this is going to take a while. We're going to really get to know those words.
Yeah, definitely that.
It says something about exercise and power and wisdom and virtue. Something about the dark void. Mentions Nyarlathotep and Azathoth. I don't really know what those are, but those sound like some horrifying gods. I mean, they refer to Nyarlathotep as the most excellent bringer of wisdom.
What?
Who the fuck is, who the hell, who is that? Also, they call Azathoth the all-powerful who shall punish the crimes.
This sounds...
What crimes exactly?
Those... Why is it those names sound horrifying, but the things they say about them do not?
Well, I mean, the all-powerful who shall punish the crimes doesn't sound like a real nice guy.
No, but
it sounds fair and just.
Well, wait. Something about the letter that he had left.
Right, the letter.
Something about a dark brotherhood, maybe?
Oh, like some of that Skyrim shit.
My uncle doesn't know about our dark brotherhood, so Rupert and the others will be safe from anyone looking for it. I'll be back to put things right again. I'm really curious about what these guys are referring to when talking about the dark brotherhood.
I feel like it's something his uncle didn't approve of.
Probably, but in more ways, I'm worried about what some of this intent actually is. I need to go through some of these papers and find out what I can.
Okay.
I mean, if nothing else, I got the time to go through this journal.
Phil goes into the back room. He's kind of wandering around because you guys are just at the house now, and looks up at the trap door in the ceiling of that door, and he's like, I wonder what's going on up there. Allegedly, that's where he is, but I don't know.
It's interesting that he wrote about it talking shit to him as soon as he got back here, but hasn't said a damn thing to us.
Well, maybe it doesn't know you.
Well, go introduce yourself, Nevada.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. I mean, I assume
maybe it's afraid of us.
I mean, I
One
guess.
can hope.
I guess it could be. But I mean, it's only knowledge that we have. I don't know if it was Marion's presence in the house that alerted him, or if he can hear us. I have no idea.
I mean, I imagine it knows we're here, but
it's interesting.
Well, we did find a ladder down in the basement, didn't we?
Yeah.
What say you guys cover me if I go up there? Just go take a look.
With what?
The ladder.
You want us to hit it with a ladder?
No, I got this shotgun.
Do you feel that the shotgun will do things against the crawling chaos of the nether regions?
Might. Worth a try, I guess.
That is the ballsiest thing that I could even... I feel like it's a bad idea, but...
I mean, if you don't think I should do it, I won't do it, but... I'm really curious to see what it's...
It's your life, sir.
Go to Bon Jovi, that is correct. My life. It's now or never.
Incredibly disgusting.
Well...
I don't want to wait forever.
Well, if you want to try and go up there, I'll cover you, I guess.
All right, well...
I don't suggest you much more than even poking your head up there, to be honest.
How about I just do that?
I don't even know if opening that door is going to actually, will let this thing out. Will the?
It looks like the
sigils,
It looks like the sigils will definitely keep it from coming through this ceiling here.
Fuck. You're the only other person that knows Latin in this house, too. If you get your head cut off up there, I do not know what exactly.
All right, fair enough. It might not be worth the risk.
I think you might be right.
Well, what do we do then, boys?
Well, I've been looking over this journal here. Looks like Marion actually died in New Orleans. We were right about him not making it back.
Who was Marion again? That your friend? I thought he died in the hospital.
No. The other man left the trunk here for us. Or at least for himself.
Right, I guess there's details I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, well, there are quite a few of them, but looks like Marion died in August of 1877, looking for a way to deal with this thing. Probably asked too many questions and got killed for it.
As a man does, when asking too many questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all the information we have now is going to be as useful as we're going to get at this time. Anything and all the rest of the stuff we got here suggests that we actually have to wear these robes, because I am not a robe kind of guy.
I feel like they may have been formalities of the people who were doing it before, and I don't feel like they're necessary to the ritual.
Thank God for that.
Just a bunch of dorks.
I can probably second that. All right, well, Might sound horrible, but are we waiting till midnight then?
I guess we don't have a choice, do we?
They're just going to drive up my anxiety like a motherfucker.
Here, have a cigarette.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
He lights up you both. He actually lights a cigarette and hands it to you, and then lights the other one. And you guys sit and wait. And the sun goes down around 9:30, 10-ish, somewhere around there. And about 10:30, you hear just out of nowhere, yeah!
Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay. All right. This might be why we haven't heard anything all day.
Could be. What the fuck was that?
I have no fucking idea.
I think that was it.
Wentworth, are you asleep?
No. No, I'm simply waiting for midnight.
You didn't even move at all.
Should I shat myself?
No, but I nearly did. You got a totally different feel about you. I not long ago told Pastor Phil to steal himself, and now I got to be taking my cues from you, unfortunately.
Yes, well, the young are often...
Yeah, lazy
careful.
and yeah, I know. Yeah.
Stiff upper lip.
All right, well, okay. Has this thing left, do you think?
Do we hear movement or anything?
You hear no movement from the attic above you, but you guys notice out the window because you see like a swirling of leaves and like grass parting in the yard as it kind of a trail forms off to the woods, like something invisible is running, but like it looks more like just like a torrent of wind and just debris kind of flying around.
I will not be going that way.
I'm not leaving this fucking house.
Coward.
Yeah. Yes. At this point, the inside of this house is the only thing keeping us alive right now. Well, we know that it's not in the attic. Does anything here specify that he needs to be close?
Well, let's go up in the attic then. We know it's not there.
Well, maybe.
Hey, we can finally get up there.
Yeah, maybe one of us could go up there.
I'll take a peek.
Oh, man, you are so eager.
I just really like attics. I mean,
You just got to fucking...
I just want to see how it lives.
Attic boner?
I guess. The raging. No, never mind.
Oh, God. All right, well, if that's the case, then... Oh, man.
Unless you want to do it, be my guest. I mean, I just want to know what's going on up there.
You guys better keep a good fucking eye out.
I'll keep my one good eye open.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I have 1.5 men. Oh, Jesus.
If it was the three of us, it's 2.5 men.
That'd probably be vaguely successful for a while.
I mean, until one of us dies and replaced.
Something close. Hopefully that's not tonight. Statistically, I think that's probably the case.
That is Lovecraft. Did I use it right?
I think so. Fuck. All right, let's go.
You get the ladder set up, and Nevada climbs up it, pushes the ceiling panel up out of the way and kind of peeks in there. And you see, and the whiff of like long death, like decay, and just kind of creeps out at you. And you notice as you look around with the light of your lantern that there's just a lot of like small animal bones, weird carcasses of like animals, a lot of animal stuff. That's kind of it. It's just dark and bony. Yeah. So what do you see? What you got?
Lots of dark and lots of bones. Animal bones, but bones. Are you satisfied? Because I'd very much like to get down from here.
Yeah, no, come on down. At least it's not up there.
Holy shit, thank you. That was just horrifying. It felt like I was in the grave.
I'll go up there and look around.
Okay. You Wentworth goes up the ladder as well. It feels like, well, I didn't take you for a ladder type or an attic man.
He's a second story man.
Oh yeah, he's second story work. You push up there and you see the same thing, really, just a lot of animal bones. And
I'm gonna walk around with the lantern instead of.
You're going up there entirely?
Yeah.
Oh, he's brave. Look at this boy. And you see him. Wentworth completely goes up into the attic. You walk around, and it's the same. It's just a lot of dead animal carcasses. Pretty empty otherwise, though.
Like I'm gonna, search pretty good. I'm not gonna
You could roll spot hidden.
That's what I was aiming for. I am oblivious to anything.
Okay. Yeah, you see basically the same thing that, just a lot of dead animal carcasses and bones, long gone.
All right, get down here. Wentworth?
I was thinking about marking my territory.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He pokes his head down.
Jesus, please.
I don't believe he does that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, how much time do we got left here?
About an hour and a half. Hour maybe. A little over.
I'm going to make sure the hatch is shut behind me.
You hear off from outside all of a sudden. Actually, give me a listen check.
Success.
Okay.
Fail. 76 out of 60.
You hear a distant scream.
Like a human?
It's
like
it sounds like a man. It sounds somewhat familiar. Like you kind of recognize the voice, but you can't place it.
Is it Paw Peters?
No, it doesn't sound like it could be him, but you're not sure. Maybe it is.
Did you hear that, Nevada?
No, not at all.
Paw Peters is screaming in the woods.
Wait, what?
No, I heard that too. I don't think that's who. I don't know. It doesn't sound like him. It could have been though.
I never forget the voice.
I do most of the time, and not only that, I don't plan on being another scream out in the woods.
What do you know? There are only one type of people in this world: people who die.
Yeah, but I'd rather postpone that inevitability as long as I can. Not necessarily, considering I am sitting here in this house now, trying to banish what was called a mess of wind and teeth.
A faceless beast with 1,000 gaping maws.
Well, I guess that I'm not doing really good on my percentages for staying alive.
Well, I'm not going out there.
Well, good, because neither am I.
About 11:30, you guys are about ready to start drawing the pentagram and stuff. And you hear that same yeah! And it comes back to the house, and you feel the whole house just kind of gets burst of wind.
Well, I'm glad we hadn't drawn this yet.
I'm glad we went up there earlier.
You hear some rooting around up in the attic.
Wonder if it knows we were up there now.
Well, I didn't mark my territory. I thought about it.
That would have been interesting.
Intruder!
Oh, shit. That's jarring.
Get out!
No.
Get out!
Well, that is going to be horrifying for the next hour and a half.
That's going to be so hard to keep doing.
I'm going to grab a broom and just use the handle to thump on the ceiling. Like, quit down up that.
You do that. And then he just rips his back at you.
All right. Let's do our best to not interact with that shit.
Well, civil discourse is the best way to
banishment.
Diffuse any situation.
No, banishment with a pentagram in Latin that I don't understand is probably the best way to take care of this part.
How are we going to handle this? Pentagram, Latin,
Standard.
Since
it's about 11:30 anyway, we should probably try to get started here. He's back, and that's unfortunate. Or it's back, and that's unfortunate. But I don't know. Does everybody understand their job?
Shotgun and backup chanter.
Perfect. I guess I'm just the artist for the night.
Well, those look kind of complex. Wonder how exact you have to be for this kind of thing. What if you got the size of the proportion of some of the circles to lines wrong?
Well, that's kind of what I was wondering too, especially considering this star isn't really a perfect star.
That's a fair point. Damn.
So,
Well, if you look at the little lines, it's actually an 8-pointed star.
It looks like there's a triangle behind the star.
Right. 5 and 3 is 8.
Yes, it is.
very good.
Yes, very good math.
Proud of you both.
Thank you.
Now,
You don't hear that enough in life, really.
you just leave all the rest of it to me here. I guess I'll be backup shooter man.
Backup shooterman. Yep.
All right, I can do that at least. And then maybe Wentworth can be backup artist. That way we can keep each role covered 2 ways.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Okay, so you guys are ready to get this ritual started. You paint the pentagram on the floor.
Is it chalk?
Ooh, I think it is. Let's go with chalk. That seems to make the most sense.
Chalk, charcoal, we do have lots of salt.
You do have a lot of salt,
We do have
However,
salt.
this is a wind beast.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's not going to make things great. Let's put the salt away.
I would use grease paint if it were me personally, but I don't know if that works.
You know, that now you're bringing that up, I don't know why we didn't go out and try to find something a little better to draw this.
I mean, the chalk's going to work just fine, I'm sure.
We also have charcoal from the fireplace.
All right, well, shall we?
Fuck, yeah, let's do it.
All right, Wentworth. Oh, Spiritus. And then they can take off with their chant. Wentworth and Phil start chanting, and you just kind of stand there as well, kind of chanting as much as best you can. Really, I mean, all three of you doing it makes sense. Standing around the circle, with the 3 points of the triangle in the circle, and the first 20 minutes, you just kind of keep doing it over and over again. The words are starting to I mean, they didn't have much meaning to you anyway, specifically for Nevada, but Wentworth and Philip, they both, the words start to you start to really understand what they mean, even though you read them, you could translate them before, but you start to really feel it. You marked out the pentagram, of course, you just tell that. You put the brown powder into the fire that you put in the middle of the pentagram. Then about 20 minutes in, you hear this scratching and shuffling above you, and it starts to kind of be quick. It's scrambling upstairs. It seems like it's pacing the room or whatever. And then you hear this.
James says hello, Wentworth. Hello.
What the fuck is that?
Just keep chanting.
All right.
You guys continue chanting, and the house starts to kind of sway and creak as the wind started picking up. Sudden jolt starts shaking. You start shaking the foundation of the building and everything. Objects fall from the shelves and start rolling across the floor. Both of you guys give me sanity rolls.
Oh, fuck.
Way over.
Me too.
Okay, so roll 1d3 each.
Okay. 1.
2.
Okay, so lose that many sanity points each of you.
Okay, that is far better than last time. Okay, wait. Is the threshold in one go? Or is it
Yeah.
one
If you
go
lose
is
5 or
fine.
more in one full roll, essentially, or one scenario.
Okay. Because mine's getting worse and worse.
And again, you're starting to lose your nerve a little bit, but you keep forging through with the chanting. Again, from the attic, you hear,
You'll never be your father, Nevada.
Oh, man, I didn't expect it to be fucking, reading our minds and shit.
Do they know who you really are, Jesse? Or should I say Philip?
"Yeah, I told him."
You got your shit straightened out.
Yeah, like I said, get it off your chest before I use it against you. Eventually, there's this horrible smell that starts creeping down from the attic, and it's that same smell that the two of all of you guys everybody but Nevada went up there, at least poked their head in, and it's that same smell, but it's just impactful. It's nearly nauseating, but you manage to hold your stomach.
Oh, my God.
Just more violence and just noise can up from above. And suddenly, this thick, stinking goo oozes through the ceiling and starts dripping down the walls. This blackened, just ichor coming down the walls.
My
Give me a luck
God.
roll from each of you.
Each
of you.
Oh, my God.
14.
Nice.
Very good.
You're lucky.
72 out of 60.
That's not great. Also, then, just give me a D2.
Oh, God.
Flip a coin. There you go. And
Does not
One.
land in dice
a 1.
tray as
Okay.
well.
So, as this acid is starting, or this goo, or whatever you want to call it, is starting to drip down, and Wentworth notices it dripping around him. He kind of changes his stance a little bit to getting dripped on. However, Nevada gets one right on the top of the head, and you feel it just burning as you take 1 point of damage, hit point.
Oh,
damage.
damn. All right.
So you guys continue to chant, and the noise from above seems to grow quiet. Give me a listen roll, both of you.
6. Nope.
6.
Nope. Shit, 60.
60, it's a fail.
Is that 6?
That is a 6, yep.
That would be a fucking best possible success.
Nice, you got an extreme success. Okay, so you don't hear this due to your own voice chanting, perhaps, but Wentworth hears it. You hear this faint call for help from a woman's voice, kind of coming from outside. And you look out the window and you can see in the moonlight there looks to be somebody crawling through the tall grass towards the house, calling for help.
I just continue chanting.
Okay, roll a spot hidden while you see this.
16?
16. That's
which
different.
is a hard success. Yeah, the
Okay.
mid-tier success.
Doing good.
Okay. You look up and you see that while you did hear the voice of Jane, you recognize that to be your ex-wife. Or not your ex-wife, but your late wife.
My dead wife.
Your dead wife, yep. Just no big deal. But as you look, and you can identify the body as Red Jake, or the person crawling toward you as Red Jake.
I continue chanting.
Oh.
See that his face is streaked with blood. You continue chanting, and eventually you hear this like bang on the side of the house, and you see out the window, you see Red Jake standing there clawing on the window, and he looks undead, essentially. Everybody give me a sanity roll.
Oh my god.
Not great.
67. Nope.
Okay, and then roll 1d6, both of you, for your fails.
Oh no.
3.
Okay.
3.
Oh, you guys are lucky.
Oh.
Both of you guys, when you see him immediately, like you're both kind of stop chanting for a minute, and you hear Phil's voice chanting those words, and he gets louder. Like you can hear panic in the voice as you realize that you stop chanting and he's alone chanting. I meant you guys continue on.
Yeah.
You continue chanting again.
I'm gonna pull my gun out and also try to keep an eye on Red Jake.
Okay, you just kind of chanting with your gun pointed to the body, or to Red Jake rather, out the window.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
That is badass.
Yeah, and then you see Philip as he eyeballs you as he continues chanting. He kind of gives you a thumbs up. But he still has his shotgun under the crick of his left arm, or kind of in the elbow. So you continue chanting, and you guys are getting. It seems like the wind is picking up more and more, and you guys all of a sudden get this weird whiff of fresh baked bread, just kind of permeating through the stench.
The fuck is that?
Bizarrely, and it kind of reminds you of home in a way, of like your childhood, like the same smell that you would. You guys both have like a mental memory of that this is triggering for each of you.
I just keep chanting.
Right, and then immediately just back to the stench again, and it's powerful. It's horrifying, horrifyingly powerful. The screaming and shouting, hollering from upstairs, which I'm not going to continue to keep doing. It's just intensifying. Red Jake at the window, just banging on the window, and the window shatters at one point, and he just kind of stands there in the window, kind of holding onto the window frame, and you see that like he just can't get through it.
I don't think I'm gonna take any chances. I'm gonna blast him.
Okay, so as soon as that window goes, okay, yep, that sounds great. Give me a I think it's firearms handgun.
All right, let's see here. My rolls have been trashed so far. Nope. 44 out of 40.
Okay, yeah, your bullet just goes through the window, doesn't seem to hit him at all.
Just missed.
All right.
But he doesn't even phase him at all. He just continues. He just kind of, you see that he stands there. He doesn't seem to be able to get, like, there was a slight effort. There's an effort being made to like get into the window, but it doesn't seem to be able to do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna still keep my eye on him then.
Okay. So around the last 5 minutes of the ritual, a wisp of oily smoke curls down from the ceiling, twisting towards the center of the pentagram on the floor. You see that the creature from the attic is actually being drawn through the wards, like before your eyes. Like, you surprisingly is making it through, but it's due to the confines of where it's going and what it's doing.
This is probably the most dangerous part right here, boys.
Just keep chanting.
As the form of the face of Jane, your ex-wife, or dead. I keep telling her ex-wife, but your late wife.
I've got one of those too.
Likely. And it's like, Wentworth, I need to tell you something. And,
Just keep chanting.
give me a psychology check to determine if you can.
Probably not, because I don't have much skill there.
Oh no.
Oh, I gotta get below 40. 8.
You made it.
Oh my God.
You
yes.
immediately see
Which
through.
is my extreme success.
Fuck yeah, you see. Okay, no, that being the case, I'm going to, because, okay, here's the thing. To give you a little insight into what's going on with that, since you got an extreme success on that, generally a success will prompt a sanity roll due to what happens. And since you got an extreme success, we're going to scrap the sanity roll and give you just an automatic success on that.
Word.
So you don't have to roll it, but you'll still get the penalty, because in this situation, and as a spoiler, not a spoiler, but for a little bit of insight, if you were to fail that, you would deal 1d8 loss of
Oof.
which you're preventing. But a success is 1 point of loss, which is still better than the other one.
Yeah.
So you immediately you're like that's not Jane. Jane's dead, and you see that
She had 2 freckles on her neck.
you ain't got those. You see though that there's just this horrible twisting mass of talons and maws and long appendages, which would provoke the sanity roll, and it does essentially provokes your loss of 1 point. And yeah, that's just horrifying. It's horrifying. However, you steel yourself due to the fact that you know it's fucking with you, and you as well. You see your father in this and at the same time, really, just kind of you're interpreting it as your father, and you see he's talking to you, and he's like, "I'm disappointed in you, Nevada.
Oh, fuck. No.
Not one discovery, nothing of value. You think all this magic? Give me a psychology.
Goddamn lie.
Give me you hear him yelling that to the thing. Same psychology.
Oh my God, 24. That's a success.
Normal success?
Unfortunately, almost a hard success, but
Okay, well, it's a normal success. So you immediately, you're like, again, you know that this is not your father, and because you know the reality, he's dead. You know, but you never did. I mean, he definitely dug deep, though. Got you at the core of your insecurities.
oh fuck yeah.
But you see this horrible twisting mass of talons and maws and long appendages as well. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh shit, that's right. Nope.
Okay, give me the 1d8.
3. Oh my God.
Oh, lucky.
It's a 3.
So lose 3 points of sanity again.
Oh, just ticking down the sanity. Okay.
So, knowing that these ruses essentially don't work, it starts to. You can hear in the screams. There's just this frustration. Again, my throat's blown, so I'm not happening. But it continues to just whirl, and it keeps it's kind of losing its vitality in a way. It's kind of losing its speed and losing its mass essentially. And you see kind of like getting smaller and smaller and smaller as you continue to chant, and the chanting gets louder, and you guys are just kind of putting so much effort into this chanting at this point that it starts to suck down to this like small, smoky little. It's almost like if a fire under the floorboards was smoking. It's like it's doing this backwards at this point, and then it just disappears from existence. And there's just this lingering, unearthly foulness in the air as you guys realize that like the wind has died down. The whole activity of the house is just gone.
What about the zombie at the window?
Is it gone?
Gone. You don't see it out the window.
The animating force has left, and it is a lifeless corpse once again.
Perhaps. Look at the window.
I'm gonna open up the door with my gun.
Okay. The house, the front door?
The door that he was.
You at the window. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean over with my gun.
Okay, and you see that it's just Red Jake's lifeless corpse laying on the ground, gaping hole in its chest, heart removed.
I think it actually worked, boys.
I think you're right.
Yes, quite.
Holy shit, we actually did it. Oh, I was almost positive that at least one of you two were gonna die tonight.
I mean, I almost did, I'm sure. I'm sure you held me back from whatever was going to kill me.
Yeah. I can't exactly attest to how I know that, but I'm sure of it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think after this, I'm gonna head back to the chapel and relax.
Well, I mean, I think at this point, you might want to come back with us.
To where?
To the society. I mean, you were talking about.
Yeah, I meant for the night, though. I mean, I didn't.
No, I know. I'm aware of that. But I mean, I think Wentworth can attest to how much you've earned your place there, if that's what you were looking for.
That might be something we could talk about in the morning. We can say we head back to the parsonage. You guys have those rooms again, and put this place out of mind for a bit. And as he's talking to you, you can see he's shaking more than you expected him to be. Kind of catatonic. You see he's got a cigarette in hand already ready, but like the haste of which he smokes and gets a cigarette ready is just kind of removed from the situation. He's not as eager to smoke it as he generally is, which is surprising. You'd think that would be exactly what he would intend to do immediately, but he's just kind of a little out of character.
Does it seem suspicious, or is it just?
No, it just seems more like, wow, he got hit a little harder than you expected him to emotionally or mentally.
Right.
Shock and awe.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, he's kind of in a state of shock. It appears.
Yeah, I'm good at repressing all that, unfortunately, because it's probably what's going to kill me. Hey, you don't worry, Father. You just you hop in the car. We'll take you back.
All right, sounds good. We can get my truck in the morning.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think think a quiet drive might be nice. I'll be fine to drive.
If you're sure.
Yeah, I got this. I'll see you back at the parsonage.
All right, we'll see you there.
And he gets in his truck. You guys get in the car, take off.
Hey, before you go, thank you.
Yeah, well, felt like this was the kind of thing that really didn't. Something felt off about the place for a while now, and I figure whatever was going on, I might be able to help.
Well, you did much more than that, and I appreciate it.
With that, he offers his handshake, and you guys both go for the forearm.
Yep. Of course.
And it goes with Wentworth as well. He offers the hand to Wentworth, and he just gives him like the sophisticated lady handshake,
like the 3-finger. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Wentworth handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gets in his truck, takes off down the road. You guys right behind him, all the way back to the parsonage. Gets out. You guys sit down, have some drinks, and
oh, for sure,
and turn in for the night. So you guys head back to the house in the morning just to make sure that things are normal. And as you guys are there about 10:30 in the morning. You didn't get there then, but you guys are still there for a little bit. It's just the two of you.
Yeah,
when this
cleaning up some
ichor.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly is gone. You notice, you expected it to be there, but yeah, the place was kind of trashed due to all the jostling and whatnot. But the house is still standing. It looks the same, but it doesn't look as dirty.
It's brighter.
Yeah, it just kind of has this feeling. And then the yard, too, you notice, has that same... The birds are out again. And
are the vegetables still massive in the garden?
Yeah, they're not paranormally massive. They're just big, that's all. They just were let to grow on their own.
Nevada, look at the size of this eggplant.
Yeah, I know. I was talking about that when we first got here. It's fucking strange.
I figured you'd be interested in that.
Sure. I did want to make sure that we stuck around for...
What do we do about this hobo?
Well, there's that, for sure.
Who, yes, is still sitting there laying there. Not sitting there laying there. But still laying outside the window.
Because we are going to be suspect numero uno as soon as the homicide detectives get back here looking for signs of what happened to that woman.
Do we ban him?
No. Well...
As you guys are mulling over this body, you hear a truck coming, or like a vehicle coming down the road, and you look back, and there's this Western Union van pulling up, and this guy gets out. He's like, "Telegram for Mr. Wentworth Absbury."
I'm Wentworth Absbury.
"This is for you," and he gives you the telegram.
How did they even know you were here?
He gives you a little salute, and he's like, "Is that a dead body?"
No.
It'll be 2 in a moment.
"I'm out of here." He takes off, gets in his van, back on the road again.
I think we might have to worry about that later someday, too.
What does this telegram say? Oh. Wonderful news, Nevada.
Oh, what's that, then?
My housekeeper, Miss Finnegan, is pregnant.
Why is this wonderful news?
Oh, I'll have a new servant soon.
Oh. I mean, I suppose. I don't know why they'd come to tell you that.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Moving
on.
You know what? I'm shook enough not to pry. Let's wait around here for homicide. Talk with them about whatever the hell they need to know about this shit, and try to get our asses back to Arkham as quick as possible.
At this point, two more cars pull up. You hear them coming down the road. They pull up, and you see it's Phil's truck, and also Pa Peter's truck as well. Both of them get out, and Phil's like, "I told him about the vagrant that died here last night. So Peters is gonna take him out because I want to get my hand, put him in the back of the truck again. These guys come and go, but that's unfortunate nonetheless."
Yeah.
He says a prayer for him, and you guys carry him into the truck. Peters puts a blanket over him again like he did with Maggie, and takes off with the body. "I thought about what you said last night.
So?
I'm glad to come with you.
We'd be glad to have you.
But I need to my replacement. I need a replacement here first, though.
Fair enough.
So why don't you guys give me your contact information? And here's mine."
Hand him the business cards. Wentworth Absbury of the Society for the Exploration of the Unexplained.
He has to say it every time he gives it out.
"No, I like it." He takes that. He's like, "Thank you kindly, and I will I'll see you once I got a replacement." Otherwise, you guys are welcome at the parsonage anytime you guys need to. Anytime you're in the area.
Well, much obliged. We'll see you soon then.
I'll see you soon.
Take care, Father.
You as well. With that, he gets back in his truck, takes off down the road, and that's it.
That's all of it.
That's all of it.
And we didn't die.
You didn't die.
All she wrote.
And there's a little bit of conclusive paperwork to take care of. Fortunately, the lurker was banished, so you guys will both get a sanity award of 1d10 plus 1 sanity points.
Wow,
so
I'm
both
roll
roll
bad on this
you
one
very
too.
well might.
Oh man,
I rolled a 6, so I'm taking 7.
Yep, so then you just move the track the other
Very
direction,
nice.
obviously.
Okay, let's see what I got here. Oh my God, 10!
Nice, maximum for 11.
Finally!
Beautiful.
Which puts me back up to, oh my God, 48. It's where I was when I started.
Nice, so you're just as crazy as you were before this even happened.
I'm back up to 58.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And
Holy
then
crap.
you guys will get your skill increases. So roll and anything that you succeeded at, which is your check marks essentially.
Right.
And add. Okay, so first off, you roll over it.
Oh,
But
yeah,
this is different. Yeah, it's like
now I'm gonna roll under.
right. Well, maybe.
All right. Let's
So
see.
let's just do it one by one here. So just go down the line. What do you looks like you have?
Archaeology.
Yep. So roll over a 70.
Nope.
Okay, so you don't get any better at that.
That's
what
all
else
right.
you got?
Occult.
Okay, so roll your occult. Where's your occult here?
58. I needed a 60.
Psychology. It looks like.
Psychology. That one I got 64.
Okay, so roll a
over 40.
d10.
Let's see here. 5.
So it goes up by 5%.
Nice.
So
45.
numbers will all adjust.
And spot hidden.
Yep, which you get to roll over a 50. And you do.
67.
Nice, so
Roll a
another d10.
1.
Nice, so that goes,
That's all right.
that goes up. And that's everything, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, Wentworth.
Looks like my first one is language, Latin specifically. I rolled over it.
Nice, so 10% up.
Good deal.
Or potentially up to 10%.
That's
5%.
a 5.
Nice, that's not bad.
No. So what does that change for my hard and extreme?
Those will still be, because the hard is half of the normal score and extreme is 1/5 of the normal score. So that'll actually go up as well.
So what is...
So just worry about the main one and just change that one, and then we'll adjust those as needed. Because who knows if we'll come back to these guys? If we play this game again, I imagine. Because there is one more scenario in the book.
For our listeners at home, I apologize for Wentworth. He's kind of an asshole.
He's my favorite asshole.
I'm always going to cut that.
Listen, I rolled above as well.
Nice.
Nice.
1.
Okay. Just a little bit at listening.
So now I'm at 51.
Okay, what else you got?
I got persuade
Persuade.
at 60. And I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 9. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's a 6
either
from
way.
here.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Psychology, I got to go over 40. That's over 40.
Sure is.
And spot
That's a
hidden.
1. And that was a 1?
That was a 1.
Yep.
And then spot hidden, over 50. I am not.
Nope.
But my roll is...
That'd be nice. Another 10 up. Roll a d10 again.
Shit. See, mentally, I was thinking under, even
Right.
though I just said,
Oh, 7. Nice.
Nice. That's a great increase.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
for what?
spot hidden.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Perfect.
And that's what I got.
Also, you guys are going to get yourself 3% more in Cthulhu Mythos.
For a total of 6.
Nice. And that's it. So that was the game. That was the second scenario. And want to thank you for listening to this longer, drawn-out one.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
If you want us to come back and to these characters and listen to us finish out the last scenario in the starter set.
Which, by the way, is titled Dead Man Stomp, I believe. Yep, Dead Man Stomp.
Awesome.
Dead Man Stomp. There.
It's much like the Monster Mash.
Well,
It
if you
probably is,
you want to listen to us come back and do Dead Man Stomp sometime in the future, let us know. We'd be more than happy to come back to these characters. Very honestly assume that they were going to die. At least one of them.
I'm surprised we've had this many sessions of Call of Cthulhu and nobody has died.
Oh, man.
You guys were rolling good where it mattered
Yeah.
and bad where it really didn't matter.
Yeah, the insanity rolls were actually, though we failed them, I failed them most of the time, the insanity I gained wasn't detrimental.
That and when you guys did lose sanity, it was never enough to give you madness, which is very fortunate because that's where things can mess with you. Even you almost died more from the
glass.
Right. And I mean, the thing is, if you lose enough sanity, I mean, they go insane, which is pretty much death.
Yeah.
Mental death in a way. So thanks for listening. And of course, don't shoot glue.
Shoot.
Did I use that one?
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, well, just don't fucking glue.
Bye, guys.